Well, back then, a waiting room was just that, a waiting room. There were no magazines or books on the end tables to read, and the more she waited, the more anxious she got. The doctor will see you now, and they were ushered in to the examination room. The doctor, without saying a word, took the baby from her arms and put him on an examination table and proceeded to probe, prod, poke, and inspect this baby as if he were a specimen and not a living baby. Interestingly enough, the baby never uttered a sound. All through his routine of tests, he never spoke a word to encourage the mother. What seemed like an inordinately long time, he scratched his head, went to the back of the room, opened the door to the adjoining room, and motioned. And another doctor came in. This one was a lab coat, who proceeded to do the same series of tests as the first, not uttering a sound like his associate. Well, this lady was beside herself. She screaming inside, "Say something, anything! This silence is killing me." After the second doctor got through with his exam, they broke their silence. In almost in unison, looked at her and said, "What's wrong with your baby? Is he retarded? He won't live past the age of 2. We can commit him for you. We have the papers. All you got to do is sign." The mother was horrified. Here are these gentlemen who are supposed to be agents dedicated to the brotherhood of healing, sounding more like harbingers of death. She snatched up her baby and then yanked it out of the room. But as she got to the threshold, with all the courage she could muster, she turned around, looked squarely at the doctors, and said, "If my baby is to die, gentlemen, who better to love him than I?" And then she walked out. It was raining that day on her return trip from Mount Pleasant to Gladstone. But it was raining inside too, because once she got in the car, she could not stop crying. She kept pleading and praying to God, "Please, don't let my baby die." The Lord honored her request, because as you probably figured by now, I was that baby. Cute mother there. Okay. The Lord brought across Mom's path a doctor who was interested in healing. He quickly diagnosed my problem. I had scar tissue in the brain, which was impeding my motor development, not my mental path. Because of my age, back up. This doctor also was working on a serum to remove scar tissue. There were 2 catches. Because of my young age, it would have to be administered in trace amounts. And so it wouldn't be over a course of weeks or months, but we're talking years. And second catch was that this guy was turned a quack by the AMA, and they reluctantly granted him a license. Now he could only operate in the remote town of Indian River, up north, really close to here, right? So began our Mecca, our weekly Mecca, the Indian River. For me and Mom, though, it was a bonding time. I mean, I had alone time with Mom on both ways, and she taught me 2 things. Well, she taught me many things, but three we mentioned. The first one was that she loved me. And she told me that many, 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 many times. I often reiterated, but looking back, I wish I would have said more. Coupled with that, she told me as much as she loved me, God loves me even more. I thought, wow, that's got to be something, Mom, because you love me a lot. Another thing she taught me was perseverance. She didn't go to the short fix. This was going to be a 10-year full ordeal. I think it was probably the best thing. But she took her job as mother very seriously. And Mom had a unique, well, not unique, wonderful ability. She had two other boys on the middle son. And she had the ability to treat us all special. And while she was doting on my younger brother, for example, I never felt left out. When she was giving time to my older brother, I never felt left out. And I don't think, they're not here to say this, but I don't think my brothers felt that way when I was giving all that attention. Her favorite verse is Lamentations 3:23. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness. Now that verse came to mean a lot to me because throughout our life, Mom exemplified that. Every day was a new day, and no matter what happened yesterday, she was ready to go on with God in the next day, living the best. Well, our 10 years, like I said, it took me about 10 years for these doctor visits. So I was almost a teenager, and on this one visit I'll never forget. The doctor came in, the nurse was there, Mom and I were in the room, and he said, one more shot, and we will have the scar tissue totally removed. That was a great visit. Well, I'm afraid that next visit never happened because the unthinkable happened. He died. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, remember I told you the EME didn't turn him too hotly. His office and all his equipment was ransacked and ruined. So that last dose of serum was never given. Now, I don't know what would have happened if I would have had the last dose. But Mom and I, Mom said, it's all right, son. God's gotten us through this far. He's going to get us through the rest of the way. Now, it may have taken a little longer than normal because, as many of you know, the best tools I have is this. So the manipulation isn't you put a screwdriver in my hand, forget it. But you do this, and I can probably do something. If you know, still a good-looking mom. If you notice this young squirt, I'm a teenager here, but I look like a little squirt. When I was in elementary school, I could get away with that. When I was in junior high, it was kind of embarrassing. And when I was in high school, I looked like a junior high kid, which was also embarrassing. The doctor, before he died, he did tell Mom one thing. He said, there's going to come a day when your son's developmental age and his chronological age will meet. Well, that meeting was my senior year. I loved my senior year. I looked like I belonged in the school. anyway, we pressed on. But Mom was really my rock. I mean, she had been telling me about how much God loves me. But you're supposed to honor and respect your mom, and please, always do. But I took it a step a little further. I kind of put her on a plateau. I put her on a pedestal, which was going to bite me up later on. Keep going. Let me collect my thoughts, because I've gone over and over and over and over this, and I said, just like we were talking, but it's going to be said. Either way, it's going to be said. As I did develop, and the serum did do its work, but it was a slow thing because the scar tissue, I didn't understand the milk was dark, but something was impeding. But I got through it because I just kept persevering. Well, years later, I finally grew out of it and started functioning right. As I got older, way older, she didn't grow older, I grew older. No, she treated me as an adult. I was no longer her little boy, I was her friend. Mom and I were friends. Well, about this time, this is about the zenith of our rapport. And in enters a young lady named Allison. What to do? The only gal in my life has been Mom. How is this going to work? Mom had no trouble accepting Allison into the fold. You'll see later it's a little bit, they didn't have a whole lot of time. About 5 months into her marriage, Mom called with a strange request. She asked,
just looking out for you.
oh my God, I'm not tacky, you know this. Thank you. You expect duct tape on the Anyway, 5 months after we were married, Mom calls with a strange request. She asked if we could take her to the doctor. Now, the reason she had back pain. Now, why this was strange was Mom never went to the doctor. If she had a problem, she talked it out and got better. This time she said, no, I really got to go. So we went and took her. Well, it was found out that it wasn't a back pain. It was cancer. And at first, I wasn't alarmed. Because 40 years ago, Mom had prayed for me. Please don't let my baby die. And he answered. So I'm going to do the same thing. Please, God, don't let Mom die. But God had other thoughts. And I didn't know. He thought it's always done enough. Bear with me, man. Better breathe. So when I prayed, and it was obvious that God wasn't going to go my way, I was confused, just like I am now. Anyway, I thought, well, okay, if that's not the way it's going to go, my brothers and I are going to move heaven and earth, get her the best care, go to Houston or wherever and get this taken care of, right? Well, Mom was ready to go. And we were kind of at cross purposes here, and I lost precious time with Mom. But finally, I asked for consolation. I said, okay, God, if she can't, give me one more Mother's Day. One more Mother's Day. If I had that asked for again, I wouldn't ask that. And here's the reason. Because of cancer metastasizing so much, I was losing Mom. I remember on Mother's Day, she was sitting in a recliner in my brother's house, and I was sitting across from her, and I looked at her, and I just saw how long it was. I knew it was time to let go. And Mom had really given me a blueprint for this. Because years ago, her mother had died of cancer. And she shared with me what she did. She would go into her mother's room, Grandma's room, and at this time, Grandma was so much on morphine, she was wringing the curtains out of a nearby bed like a cage dam. Well, Mom would walk in, and she would open the Bible, 23rd Psalm. That was Grandma's favorite psalm. And she said, "The Lord is my shepherd." While the psalm was being read, Grandma would come right down, get such a peaceful look on her face, and Mom stopped at the verse and I was done. She would go back to her clone. Well, Mom finally said, "Mom, I love you. It's all right to go home." Well, I knew I had to do that. So I went into her room. She was fit to be tied to. I read the 23rd Psalm. "The Lord is my shepherd." She calmed right down, just like Grandma did. After I got done, she started up again. Then came the hard part. I said, "Mom, I love you. It's all right to go home." That was a bittersweet moment for me. Sweet, because I saw the peace that Mom had. She was ready. Bitter for me, because I knew this was it. I would not see her again this side of heaven. And so it happened. The next morning, at 6:04 a.m., she breathed her last with my brothers and I at either side of her bed. Our wives kindly stayed in the other room so we could have the last few moments of mine. And I'll never forget that kindness. When EMTs, paramedics, whoever they are, the ones that roll people out in the gurney to the hearse, when they did their deed, I think I felt a little bit of the anguish that Mom must have felt 40 years earlier on that trip home from Mount Pleasant. He's my best friend. Mom was my best friend. And I dearly miss her, but I know that when it's all said and done, and I get up to the heavenly songs that are praising God, that from time to time, I might catch your eye, and she'll catch mine, and we'll look and smile as we remember the 40 years that she was my mom, and I was her son.
Praise God.
For I know that Mom is up here in heaven because she accepted Jesus as her Lord and Savior soon after she uttered another prayer. God, please don't let my baby die.